A dramatic legal battle is brewing between Texas Southern University and their police chief.
The chief is accusing the school of retaliating against her for telling her officers to stop acting as personal chauffeurs and assistants to the university president. Matt Doherty is live at the civil courthouse in downtown Houston, where the chief is fighting to keep her job. Matt.
Yeah, tonight a judge will decide if the police chief gets to keep her job, at least for the immediate future. Lawyers for the university, though, say that she should be replaced now.
This is just sour grapes by someone who probably wanted their purses carried, a chauffeur around and pretend like they have a police entourage protecting them. And I think it's ridiculous.
Lawyer Benjamin L. Hall III says his client, TSU Police Chief Mary Young, has a work history that's squeaky clean.
This woman has an unblemished history at HPD. Nearly 2 decades, people were dying to have her as police chief.
Hall says everything was going fine for Chief Young until a few months ago. That's when she was allegedly informed that her officers were performing duties clearly outside of their job descriptions for the university's president, Dr. Lucia L. Crumpton Young.
What happened was a Board of Regent trustee saw the police officers acting in a more personal manner with the TSU president, that they were acting like errand boys, holding her purse, fixing and arranging her dress, and acting like chauffeurs as opposed to security.
Hall says Chief Young admonished the officers and told them they weren't to perform any more of these personal services for the school's president. But not long after that, Hall says the chief was informed of an anonymous complaint and an investigation. Lawyers for TSU said in a court hearing today the complainant claimed the chief committed fraud. Hall says the fraud allegation was nothing more than the chief allowing officers to work overtime because the police force is understaffed. Now he says his client has a right to defend herself before she gets fired. But the several lawyers representing the university disagreed. They claim that keeping the chief on staff could cause irreparable harm to the university. Hall is requesting 2 weeks before the chief can be disciplined so that his client can see the investigation and refute the claims. We reached out to TSU tonight for a statement. They told us they do not comment on personnel matters or litigation. Back to you.
All right, we'll keep an eye on this story. Matt, thank you for the update tonight.